moto makambo matuninga motema nakomi kotanga mikolo na misapi nakomi ndeko banga bala liboso tosalaki matata ezalaki kaka boye soki nafungolaki misote olingaki yo boyanga.
Yeah, this is how I enter. My tracks left, right and center. Gikoyo wa moranga webos neke oreda. Unatingisha madiaba, unachunisha tenje, unaruka kama mwendaki.
Eloko yo monyokoli ngai kona lela talibala bane konzambe ngai kona tutili bapu ya mabeo isumana lavi ikambo tema ya bala na yo nazingi nde maboko
This is how I enter. Full force, you know my swagger. Kichwa lazima ngepa, t-shirt, jeans na mandula. Najua inaua, so stana ni lazima. Maisha iko poa, kameja furahia. Nigeria, my brother, let's make that circle bigger. Angola, Guinea na Zambia, Bongo, Kenya na Uganda. To all my ladies all across Africa, let me see my people just got no time for you hater. So deuces, see you later.
So hard to remove your sweater. I'm bound to make you sweater. And I'm on it. Chicks sound fly like a hornet. Dancing sting like a bee. Well now you know what you cost me. Unless you're in a mini skirt, in that case I'm cool. Cause got my raise it to my pool. Swim in my ocean of love, Mr. Lover Rubber Dubber. Shout out to all shorties, beautiful, beautiful audience. I thank you, it's got my raise too. A boucher, shit, cool, it's got my raise all my days. These girls, they just don't miss me.
Analia, amechoka na dunia yake.
Sheri analia amechoka na dunia yake. Anauliza mbinguni ni wapi? Mbinguni, mbinguni, yeah, 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 yeah. Wakisema ni kuzuri kusawa, nimesikia malaika wakiongea, wakisema ni kuzuri kusawa. Mbinguni ni wapi? Mbinguni, mbinguni, yeah, 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 yeah. Hakuna hofu na shida, kila kitu ni shwari. Mbinguni kumejawa na malaika, hakuna hofu na shida, kila kitu ni shwari. Mbinguni tutaenda na kina nani? Tutaenda na kina nani? Iyo oh oh oh, iyo oh oh oh, iyo oh oh oh, iyo oh oh oh. Mbinguni tutaenda na kina nani? Mbinguni tutaenda na kina nani? Iyo oh oh oh, iyo oh oh oh, iyo oh oh oh.
Hi guys, tune in every Tuesday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. for the Afterthought with your hosts, Miss Dorsila and MC Paps, for great music, amazing conversations, and guests with a keen focus on your mental health. We do not promise to give you answers, but we promise to give you tools to help you navigate your life. Only on iconradio.co.ke, your number one entertainment plug.
I don't know, no, why you're wasting time. I know you're wasting time. I don't know, why you're wasting. Malkia, 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 ukuwa this fine inakuwa unfair. And you already know, yeah, you already know.
Malkia, 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 nimekutuma text mingi kama 100. Hivi ndio umenishow, yani umeni ghost. Mi yule mu sexy, nini yule mu deadly, upenda kwa na pedi wa mama na walevi. Mi yule mu sexy, hauwezi niseti. Hey, na kauna GT, kauko na main character energy. Uki ghostiwa, ghostika. Tough time never last, only tough people. Na ukiblokiwa, blokika. You're a 10 out of 10 time yako inafika. Ghostika.
I don't know, no, why you wasting time? I am you wasting time. I don't know, no, why you wasting.
Ghostika. Bro, shika story. Kumbuka yule dem nilimnogi. Sio njoki. Yule tulipata na gatoi. Uyo shori. So jana nilipata na nambogi. Tuka link na mayengs, meaning kaingia dance. Nikempata na Pascal Tokodi. Ngoja mengine, tulia kwanza nikuambie. Masaa nilikat time alitoa gachati, anashika simu za utile. Huyu dem atanirarua, kila siku nasikia ruma ruma. Hata hajui jina yangu buda, anashinda akiniita Nick Mutuma. Ukighostiwa, ghostika. Tough time never last, only tough people. Na ukiblokiwa, blokika. You're a 10 out of 10 time yako inafika. Ukighostiwa, ghostika. Tough time never last, only tough people. Na ukiblokiwa, blokika. You're a 10 out of 10 time yako inafika. Ghostika. Ukighostiwa, ghostika. Tough time never last, only tough people. Na ukiblokiwa, blokika. You're a 10 out of 10 time yako inafika. Ghostika.
I don't know, no, why you wasting time? I am you wasting time. I don't know, no, why you wasting.
Ghostika.
Washajua wazazi, pacha wangu mimi mwili wewe nafsi. Furaha yangu atatosombwe na simanzi. Mapenzi upofu ntakufuata dikizani. Uje, shanichagua ruhusu nikutunze. Jinsi ya kukupenda nijifunze. Hadi uzeeni penzi tuikuze. Hiyo naweza guarantee. Kesho yetu sifananishe na jana. Lami na reli hazitoshani upana. Chumi mbaya about to spend my 2 days with you. Leo iko na guarantee. Takuita wangu kabla uitwe na Maulana. You're my rose but I still give you your flowers. Takupenda sahi na kasi sahi. Ni sasa hivi. Takuita wangu kabla uitwe na Maulana. You're my rose but I still give you your flowers. Takupenda sahi na kasi sahi ni sasa hivi.
What's up, people? This is Bibi. Rapping Yaki-san. Yaki. And you're listening to Icon Radio, your number one entertainment plug.
Takupenda sahi. Soon taku save my love emoji into your official name. PDA bila woga, do license ni pete. I'll buy some boxes you can share with me. Wache kuvisit wishing na mi. Kifungu kutole kopi usizubai kwa gate. Vitungu tutone ngozi uchi ujionyeshe. Si Valentine's ni kweke akaswale kwa TV. Lazima uelewe and it must be me. Kesho yetu sifananishe na jana.
You're tuned in to Icon Radio, the number one entertainment plug.
Uchumi mbaya but I'll spend my 2 days with you. Leo iko na guarantee. Takuita wangu kabla uitwe na Maulana. You're my rose but I'll still give you your flowers. Takupenda sahi na kasi sahi ni sasa hivi. Takuita wangu kabla uitwe na Maulana. You're my rose but I'll still give you your flowers. Takupenda sahi na kasi sahi ni sasa hivi. Takupenda sasa hivi. I'll give you your flowers.
Spend your favorite artist but nakupenda nita compromise. Club date ya smocha umind vile baga sifiki price. Kuna movie kwa lapeni intimate, hatuwezi shikana kwa theater. Nikuandalie candle dinner, tokens kidogo vile mita inateta. Kuna tisho flani nimebuy bagi, stone vile itakuvaa. Ati games gani hapa labda kadi, I'll never play with your heart. Twende house hunting tupange nyumba bila intention za kuikaa. Neza kopa gari twende nao na nyuki but yo ni trip ya njaa. Ugumu wa mkato ishia kwa chai, twende kibanda. Yetu ni simu iko kwa moto, chaji nenda ikipanda. Roti maguta, you are my fatal kiwanja. Ukipotea ndakutafuta, I'm one half you're the other.
Leave you, Paps. You're just going to start the year with a wishing our listeners a beautiful, happy new year. This is the first time I am back in studio, guys, and I am so happy to be here. I hope you're enjoying the show. I am enjoying the show so far.
Yeah.
and even to ourselves to just get into it, because you know what? 2021, maybe we pretended, maybe we decided not to talk about it, maybe we decided not to deal with it, we put it under the carpet and we're like, you know what, let it stay there. But 2022, maybe we dealt with it a bit, but 2023, we are pulling like the entire carpet off.
Kama ufit tunakutoa tu roho safi, because in the conversation we were having earlier before now, ilikuwa too like we've learned a lot as people that have been working together for some time now. We've actually grown to a certain level, you understand? And it's, for me, it's really good because it has helped me learn to have a lot of patience, learn how to deal with people, because we are constantly talking on how to solve things. So sometimes we're also teaching ourselves, we're also disciplining ourselves into actually understanding what we teach other people outside there. So, and actually, Manze, I'm grown as a person.
By the way, kabisa, you know, and you know that's what we're all about, honestly. Yeah. Being able to sit back and look back at who we were and look at the growth. You know, I love that you did not talk about, oh my goodness, I've grown so much. I bought 3 cars and I moved from my house in, you know, where to Lavington. You know, like, you're looking at yourself as a person and be like, no matter anything I went through, my achievements and some of the things I did not achieve, you know what? I have actually grown as a person. Maybe I've become a more patient person. Maybe I've become a more considerate person, or maybe I've had more patience for myself, you know. And maybe you've grown and come out of this shell, because me, I feel like I've come out of this shell, and you know, like 2020 was a dark year, 2021 darker, 2022 but 2022, I feel like it has prepared me so far for 2023. I don't know if our listeners feel the same way, but I feel like out of all the things I've gone through the past few years, I have grown, and it has prepared me for this coming year, and I'd love to believe so, because you know what, we're just in January 10th, we don't know.
Please, watu wote wa kwanza kudai deni, please, tuko January 10th, watu waliharibu pesa December, jikaze, hold on until at least mpaka 20th. Mtu anakuwa amelipa tu vitu, amelipa tu rent.
Utajua ni kugumu ukianza kuuliza, give me other protein alternatives apart from chicken, because
you literally said that.
Because your budget cannot sustain eating chicken.
December.
I was just telling the producer to this show just how much I had a good time in December. One of my highlights was going for the Soul Fest. And Mimi, let me tell you, I'm still having really good dreams about Savara's outfit.
Allah, you can see it in 4D.
Yes. You know, the pink jacket that Chimano had worn or something. And I'm just like, those were really good moments, and I'm so grateful. And I was so happy to be able to spend some really good quality time with family as well, because one of the highlights from that was, we normally, when we were kids, we would dance for soda.
Yeah.
Believe you me. And you should have seen me like, love is wicked. You know, I was too committed.
And the West is not even going.
You know, for soda. And imagine, last year, December, Christmas, we were able to do that with our smaller cousins and our nephews and our nieces. And they were dancing. The price, of course, they were given a whole 2,000 shillings, some of them.
A whole what?
Imagine, some of them
from
made
soda
money
to
on
2,000.
Christmas Day, you know? And I was like, even me, I danced.
So moja ilikuwa noma.
And I was there like, Mom, even me, I've danced. I'm like, when I'm to Kuba. Get out of here. And I was just like, oh my goodness. But it was so good to bring back some of the traditions we had, like, growing up.
But I understand that, because there's a saying that says, raise your kids and spoil your grandkids. So you've been raised. Wewe ulikuwa unakunywa soda rosa. Tao mbili si yako.
Maybe the amount of effort I was putting in for a bottle of soda, I need to tone it down. Because what was that?
Realize ulikuwa overdo.
I was doing too much. The price was too little. Surely. If you had told me 2,000 shillings, then I ningekatika silingevunjika. But anyway.
But yeah, we need actually to get into the topic of today, because we have a lot happened in December. Because for me it was all about family. I spent a lot of time with my kids, a lot of time with my kids. They came to my show also, because I was the main host for the Nairobi Festival, 3 stages, and being the main host. That was
awesome.
one of the biggest achievements.
And the thing about it is, Nairobi Festival got a lot of love and a lot of positive reviews and feedback. And I was like, wow, I wish I actually attended one day. You know, just to see.
Too. You were there for actually 6 days.
6 days.
Good days, yes. Wow. That's how big the Nairobi Festival was. So I was beat, but nilikuwa naenda na watu wangu wanacheza mchana ikifika jioni when I'm starting my show, they stay in the backstage and then they see the kind of crowd they're like,
let me ask you a question, like in terms of the festival and the different types of arts and talents that were being presented, what would you say are like your top 2 or 3 things about Nairobi that stood out for you and you're like, wow, damn, we really have something in terms of culture as Nairobians?
I thought we had matatus until I saw matatus.
Ooh, okay.
You understand? Because it was so... actually, matatus came from different areas. Number 9, sikuwa najua number 9 zinaendanga Isili. Sijui ni Isili ama ni... yes, they came through. Kulikuwa na... mimi nilikuwa najonga matza Rungana, matza Burundi. Nilipata matatu za Kikuyu za kwenda Isili. Matatu mpaka ina bounce. I'm like, yo, go to YouTube and see. I was like, what?
Okay, that's
and
awesome.
Then they were just waiting for Jioni 6-ish ile kuanza kuwa dark, and then all
they light up,
and then the stage steam inazimwa is not about the stage. Angalia runway, the matatus wanaeka hewa. It was I was like, wow,
that's awesome.
And apart from that, also I came to realize that we have 6 to 10-year-olds who actually go to compete outside Kenya. Riding bikes. Like, they're riding bikes mpaka wanaruka. I'm like, yo! Is that... How old are you again? 6 and... 6... What?
Karanja.
Yo, that's not a lie. It was Karanja Kimani.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, that was really dope. Actually, I learned a lot. And the kind of support that parents are giving their kids. Actually, we're actually evolving to a new era. Because manze, uni mzazi ameacha mtoi wake ride bike mpaka aruke huko juu. Wewe unastuka lakini madhake yako like, yes! I'm like, yo! But it's a lot of support, a lot of love. Mtu amekuja mtoi wake ni painter, lakini amekuja na mama yake na baba yake na watu wao na cousins zao just to clap. I was like, yo,
something
I wish we had
happening
this.
here.
I wish we had this.
But I really like that because also the exposure that comes in, and a lot of kids who attended, they're actually seeing, you know what, it's actually possible to do some of these things.
Yeah.
It's possible to be in arts. It's possible, you know, it's just a platform. It's an avenue to showcase. And that's the beauty of life. Because if, imagine all this beauty to make a Leah, we don't experience it. The only narrative we have about Nairobi is it's tough, kona mategi, you know.
People don't see the actual positive things
the
happening.
Positive things and highlighting the positive. And on that note, we're going to jump right into today's topic.
Yeah.
And it's the new year. Everyone is coming in, new year, new me vibes. I love it. I love it. I love it. But the thing about new year, new me energy and vibe is, let me speak on how it has been on social media. People have been sharing memes about how the gym looks like on January 1st. People going crazy with weird machines, you know. Yeah. And then, you know, you veteran gym person, gym bros, you know. You go there and you're like, okay, what's going on here? You know, and the vibe and the energy online has been like, nothing you do is gonna change today because it's January 1st. I'm like, hello? If you can reset your life on a random July 7th, am I not allowed to set new goals on 1st of January? Imagine, people are gatekeeping New Year, new goals. People are gatekeeping people's resolutions. It doesn't even make sense to me. Because I'm just like, okay, stop giving me weird energy because I want to write down 3 things I want to do in the next 12 months.
No, you're not supposed to say.
I mean, ndio mimi nashangaa. Like, that's the energy I've been seeing a lot of people giving online. Oh, nothing is going to change just because it's January 1st. I mean, Hane, if nothing is going to change in your life, keep that
your
energy
life. That's
to
why
your...
it's your life.
Thank you.
It's not mine, it's yours.
Thank you.
You being kome kwa matope ni yenu hapo kwenyu nje.
But for me, and my God, I have decided something is bound to change in my life this year.
And it starts by positive thinking
exactly.
and actually accepting that mimi nataka kutoka hii mwaka ni kuja mwaka nyingine. This is a different new year. These are different new goals, and I had to achieve my goals. And that's how it is.
Fine. I also understand the point that, of course, you can change your life at any point, yeah? And you don't need January 1st to change your life. But then again, if we look at it this way, you have had 12 months, Sindio.
Yeah.
And over the course of these 12 months, maybe you've lost a job, Sindio, number one. And losing a job, it's not like you lose a job in February and then March you've healed. And but then sometimes you go through grief. Because it's still a loss. So probably you'll grieve for 3 weeks. You might even grieve for 3 months before you come back and feel like, okay, now I want to put myself back out there. You get, yeah? Over these 12 months, people have lost parents. People have lost partners. People have lost children.
People have even lost themselves.
You get.
So,
the newness that January gives, because the beauty of January is it gives this newness in the air. Yeah. So that energy, because a lot of people look at it as dates, but for me, I look at it as energy. Because if you're able to tap into that energy, then you can achieve something. Because July 3rd, hakuna energy in the air, new year, new me. So there's really nothing in the air that's telling you can change something about your life. But January 1st, something is in the air, something is in you, something is in your spirit, something is in the atmosphere. January is not the same as February. And you realize it. Real talk, let me ask you a question. January and February feel very different. January, you feel like you want to start. February, you most typically would feel like either you want to continue or you just want to go back to just being
default
whatever.
Settings.
So unless you push through with what? Not motivation, but discipline. Yeah? Unless you push through with discipline, but your January, the energy in the atmosphere is for jump starting.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just a jump start.
People don't understand why we celebrate New Year's. People don't understand.
Why do you celebrate New Year's?
Number one, the reason why I celebrate New Year is because hata before nifike hapo, New Year, before watu wafike New Year, people, the last week of New Year, did you hear how many people just died? Hiyo wiki tu ya New Year's.
So many, by the way. And even the headlines were so many of people that we lost. Yeah.
I was driving towards nimetoka Ronga. Mi zangu zimetoka huku ni nice na mabeshte nini kuja hivi. Manze, the amount of vehicles niliona zinaingia Langata on a Saturday. People are just there. Just mourning, grieving, watu wameanguka chini, and I'm like, yo, I actually need to be grateful. You understand?
Gratitude.
Because now I'm really grateful. It made me even more grateful. I spent more time with family because of that. Watu walilose watu. Walafu we God amekupatia chance. Not because you're that worth it. Amekupea chance because aliona you didn't make it, maybe your goals ama nini, but you have another time. This is a clean slate.
For whatever reason, you're still here.
You're still here. Do something with your life. Just be thankful, like, yo, I am thankful. Wachana na stories, hizo goals hazikuingia, life, yo, you're breathing first. On date 1, 12 midnight. That's why people are celebrating a new year with you in it. You understand? You're breathing. You're not sick. You get? Kuna mtu 1140 ama 1159 alilose mama yake OC.
Kweli.
You get? Wewe uko like happy new year, yako like yo, she's not breathing anymore.
Things are not looking, and it's true, by the way. And also, can you imagine a New Year's where people don't set any goals? Like the energy in this atmosphere is just like a random July 24th.
Yeah, ni uko tu.
Imagine. I feel like that's not a world I'd want to be in, because, to be honest, the thing about it, I love people that want to be better. I feel like it's just something that I am attracted to.
Yeah, true.
Because people that want to be better, people that want to grow themselves, people that look behind themselves and they're like, last year, this is what I achieved. This is what I did not achieve. Why I achieved this, why I did not achieve this. So this year, this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Because honestly, since we were in class 1, we were told January we start, December we do what?
We finish. People think it's a joke. That's a system that was being instilled in you.
In us.
Understand.
So it's very simple. You cannot always tena rudi ukwaze watu uambie, okay, why are you setting new goals for the year? Okay, you tried to go to the gym last year. How did that work out?
For you tried being positive the whole year. How is it working out this year?
How is it working out this year? You know, and I'm just like, the other aspect of it that I would also like to just speak on is the aspect of shame. People already carry enough shame. Like, the thing is, people already carry enough shame, especially when it comes to not achieving their goals. So they don't need someone on the internet telling them, you know, you can still change your life on July 4th. I'm like, honey, I'm not in July 4th. It's 1st January, and these are my goals. And the reason why I did not achieve these goals is this, and this is why I feel like this year is a better year for me to start again and to try again. You always say something on your social media. We try again.
We try again today. That's
Thank
something
you.
I say every day.
We try again today. And what people were saying on the first was, we try again this year.
Yes.
So me, I don't see anything wrong in that.
Yeah, big up everyone who's tuned in. Val, thank you very much for tuning in. Jojo, thank you much for tuning in. Irene, thank you very much for tuning in. I call him Brown Skin Man. Anawa madem uko doni mahali.
Hey,
yo bro. Tag us on Instagram. Anauliza kama anaweza tutag on Instagram.
Yes, please.
Yeah, yeah. Anasema we on G. The jams are on fire. Hapo set. Alafu akasema ana request the Avengers Cypher, Calligraph Jones and Caterpillar. Yeah, bring it up to you, Mr. Brown Skin Man. So Val, thank you very much. I know I wanted you to be here, but ongeza toboa. Thank you very much for tuning in. Jojo, thank you very much. Unataka kujua tuko wapi? Tuko ndani ya Icon Radio.
Tuko ndani ya Icon Radio hapa Nairobi.
Hapa Nairobi tu. Wacha maswali. Unataka niseme mbele ya watu. Yeah. Irene Mweni, shukran sana for actually also tuning in. Yeah. Okay. Hey, this is nice. This is a good way to start the year. Ameniambia tu Vala ameniambia, anytime my love, I'm here. I'm receiving all the love. Wewe uliambiwa last my love siku gani? Wewe uliambiwa last my love siku gani?
Last year.
Well, do you have a love? What is going on? This is New Year. Are you starting with love?
Well, the New Year, it's only been 10 days into the New Year. So there's a lot of hope. I am hoping for my love by the time December 12th. December that first ifike, but we digress anyway.
You said T for tough.
So the only thing I want to say to our listeners is, if you have your New Year goals and New Year resolutions, what I would advise you to do is just to sit down with a pen and a paper and analyze what you achieved. Start with gratitude and just appreciating yourself for how far you have come. That's number one.
Set a target, set a deadline for your things and stuff.
Yes.
You cannot just write things down and don't set a deadline.
I've remembered something. I had this lady was saying on the internet, and she was talking about some of the vision boards that we create. Wewe unajua tu uko tu mahali pale Dandora, ama uko mahali pale Umoja, ama uko mahali pale Buruburu, ama uko mahali pale Lavington. Unajua tu vile salary yako inakaanga, si ndio? Na yani last year ukuongeza ni skill. Ulifanya tu job kama kawaida, skill haikuongezeka, lakini kwa vision board umeka Bentley.
Ala.
Umeka Bentley kwa vision board. Umeka Lamborghini kwa vision board. Umeka some house in Atlanta kwa vision board.
People need to be realistic.
Thank you.
People need to be realistic
with your goals.
So that you don't get depressed for no reason.
Thank you.
Wanajitafutia depression. This is depression mtu anajitafutia yeye mwenyewe.
You are 48-year-old man. By the way, kama hujanunua Lamborghini by 50.
Lea tu watoto wapeleke shule.
Tulia.
Amona ngoja win jackpot.
Set a different type of, set a realistic goal. I normally, when I see people doing that, I feel like those are people that are very disconnected from themselves.
Yeah.
You're so disconnected.
They need to find themselves first.
Find yourself and look at what does success mean to you. Number one. After you've identified what success means to you, is it family? Is it being able to
live a certain type of lifestyle? Is it having a car, a nice car? It may not
Yeah,
be
true.
a Bentley or a Lamborghini. Yeah. And then ask yourself, you want to buy a car. So what are you doing to get there? You've realized, okay.
Si gari tu umeweka kwa vision board.
Si ndio?
Umekata karatasi hivi
You see,
kwa vision board.
uko na one source of income.
Hauna plan.
Hiyo one source of income already haikutoshi na unataka kununua gari. So na imagine you will have to look for another source of income. So hiyo ndio your next step. Before uruke kwa hiyo Lamborghini, usiruke hii source of income. You have to actually set a nice achievable goal, a smart goal. Sindio?
That's just being blind.
It's being blind for sure.
It's being blind.
It needs to be specific.
Utajigonga sana na utasikia uchungu, alafu utaanza kuona ni unfair au kuambia kuna mawe hapo mbele. Ushaambiwa sahi. Set a realistic goal.
Very realistic goal for yourself. You want to be an actor? Fine, that's okay. Yeah? Have a nice... You're in Kenya, fine. You can put Lupita, you can put Denzel, but... Be realistic, yeah?
Yes.
Anzia tu kwenye unaweza.
Anzia Lupita hapa kwenyu.
When's the last audition ulienda?
So
that you're not depressed on December 31st, why you've not reached the level of Denzel Washington, who has been in the industry as long as probably he's been alive. You see, unataka kuruka hapo. So at the end of the day, set a smart goal. It has to be specific, it has to be measurable, it has to be achievable, it has to be a realistic goal, and there has to be a timeline around your goal. So mimi nimeshawa set up for how to set a good goal, yeah?
And to start the new
and even
year.
If your goal is to get married like me by the end of the year, hane.
Hiyo tutakuwa tu hapa kwa show tukiongea hiyo story.
You never know, like from my mouth to God's ears, but anyway.
Okay, there's someone who's really pushing for this conversation. Ameandika tu LGBTQ. LGB what?
LGBTQ.
LGBTQ. Yes.
Okay.
Kuna mtu ameandika tu hivyo, yani hajanitext hi, hajanitext bye, how was your day, how are you going?
Ebu acha tumwambie roho yake itulie. Imagine ilikuwa kwa list of things that we were going to talk about.
Ameandika tu hivyo. Sione tumemelenga, tunaona tu text na blue tick.
We were going to talk about it, but some people will love me and some people will hate me for my thoughts and my opinions.
Okay.
But what I want people to know and realize is nothing is black or white. So that's my first statement. Okay. Everything, I will use the word nuanced. Like black nuanced. With nuance.
Every day, kuna kuja na kitabu hapa every Tuesday, pen and paper, new word.
Everything is nuanced, meaning there's a gray area. So the black will always overflow into the white, and the white will always overflow into the black. So with that said, I have to be sensitive and conscious when I'm having this conversation. And this conversation can also be triggering to a lot of people that are listening in. And therefore, I would just give you the trigger warning, yeah? And that's it. So, of course, we did lose, unfortunately, Chiloba.
Chiloba.
Yeah, that was last week.
I guess.
Yeah.
Ilikuwa tu ikiingia tarehe 1, I guess.
Yes, wow.
Sindio.
And
nalivuka mwaka vifiri na videos saying how happy he was.
He looked happy for sure. Yeah. And in this case, we are looking at two issues. We are looking at the LGBTQ factor of it, and we're also looking at gender-based violence.
Okay.
Yeah, because this was a relationship, a love case gone sour. Yeah. Of course, there's the question of people not recognizing it as a love case. So it was not a gender-based violent type of situation. Yeah.
My boys too waliuana.
Yes, unaona kitu kama hiyo. But at the end of the day, being an LGBTQ story, and how it was received online, there was a lot of hate speech and there was a lot of bullying. And people, you see the way Catherine Savuli's death was announced. Yeah. People went and wrote messages there. You get messages of condolences, messages of, recognizing that this is a person. No matter who you are, this is a person. So, but when you look at the messages that were under Chiloba's announcements online, they were negative. People were others were even celebrating that he has died. And because of
celebrating,
Yes, and saying that it is what should happen. because
to
of his
every gay person.
Exactly, because he belongs to the LGBTQ.
So tuwaue wote.
You see, and a lot of people do not understand how that feeds into the evil people that are out there that would take a gun, take a knife, take whatever to harm someone because of their sexuality or their sexual orientation. You get? And there's a lot of hyper-focusedness on LGBTQ and what they do in the bedroom. You get? Me,
what
when
do you
call
mean by
me,
that? Hyper-focus.
There's a hyper-focus. When I say hyper-focus,
yes.
Before tuseme sahi,
uh-huh.
Wewe uingie kwa hii room hivi, si ndio?
Yes.
Mi si nitakuona tu kama mtu. Na niseme huyu ni Paps. Na yeye ni mtu. I don't really think about what you do in your bedroom. But when an LGBTQ person enters this room, and there are people in this room, most people will see them, they will skip the person.
Bedroom.
Yes. They have already seen everything that this person does. And in my mind, I'm just like...
Hata memes. The memes were not even funny.
You see?
So, I'm like...
You see, like how we speak on it, people don't understand that our language can be violent and it can instigate violence because it only needs... Let me ask you a question. In a space whereby people are just talking lovingly to each other and there's a lot of acceptance, then the person who had bad intentions does not feel charged to go and do something negative. You get? But imagine mtu tu apendangi tu mtu because of how they walk on the street. And then aende asome hizo messages. So to them, atafeel ako justified to react whatever way to react towards that person because of whatever they don't like about that person. So I'm just like, instead of trying to see them as, let's see these people as people, you know, let's see them as people first. And I feel like even on our social media platforms, a lot of the comments, because a lot of them were very negative, people failed to see him as a person first. And
they still don't.
And they still don't see him as a person. And also the other thing I would say is some of the things, how we respond or react to some things is because of what we hear. So some people will come and talk about it as LGBTQ have been on our faces, on the news, on the linear, on the what. But you as a person, how have you done your own research? Me as Dorsila, how have I done my own research into this issue that I feel so strongly about? Nimeshaka chini nikasoma peke yangu kwa kitabu nikajiuliza na hii LGBTQ ini nini cha kwanza, cha pili how does it happen, how did it end up inafikaje hapo, you get? So instead of just commenting because we are Africans don't do that, like sir, please please have your research on the tip on the tips of your finger.
But I hear, because I think beginning of last year, maybe pia ningekuwa among those people on a text to vitu ovyo because I was in that space that I don't understand it. Is you're naive but you don't want to understand that wewe hauelewi haujui tu enda ujue, you understand? I was not in a space whereby I wanted to learn more about what's happening, you understand? Because I realized if we are talking to people about their mental health, we are interviewing people who are gay, we're interviewing people who are straight. We actually want to know how they live their lives, you understand? For example, we had our guest who was what was his name? Ruel, yes. Yeah. Ruel. I follow him on Instagram, you understand?
I do too.
And I'm very happy because he's teaching a lot of people that it is not bad to have HIV. You understand? And you do not have to kill yourself, or you do not have to stress out when imefika time na kwa super you need to take your meds. Ataiweka hapo na taimeza ukiona. Mbele atanunua maji hapo na taime. You understand? And for me, nikianza kuona hizo video, it was weird, but right now it's not disturbing anymore. I'm like, yes, take
your
them.
medicine, yeah, because
you
take them or
you die. You get.
It's very simple.
You understand? Because amefika mahali, it's not about anyone else. It's my well-being. It's about me. I am sick. I have accepted that I am sick, and I am going to do something about it. What am I going to do about it? I'm going to take my meds whenever I'm going to take my meds. Take care of
yourself. Yeah.
Take care of myself.
And
understand?
Just creating a space, a safe space for people to know that just because you don't understand something, it does not mean whatever you are thinking in your head that's negative go ahead and write it on someone's post.
But I think people are just ignorant.
Let me ask you a question. Half of those people who are writing those negative mean comments on social media, yeah, if they were to meet him alive today, would they say these things to him on his face?
No, they will not.
Half of them wouldn't. They wouldn't even have the guts to say
Half
it.
of them are cowards.
The
even all of them. When Big Ted was here when we were having an interview, Big Ted said almost 90% of social media is a scam, because we have even ghost people. Kazi yao tu, they are just mtu akona 5 accounts. Kazi yake tu ni kuenda kuona Dorsila. Dorsila akwende. Dorsila akotana. You're fighting with someone who has nothing to lose. Excuse me. He's fighting with someone who has nothing to lose. Kazi yake ni kukaa mahali. He's a ghost. He's already failed in his own space. So he's trying to pull people over like, okay, I have triggered something. Now Dorsila is speaking. Now, pia wewe fail. You understand? So we can't fail. All of us be failures.
I asked myself this question. I posted something on Instagram to the effect of just creating awareness and saying that it is not okay for gender-based violence. It's not okay for LGBTQ to receive all the hate that they're receiving, and we need to stop and educate ourselves. And a lot of people come to my comment section, saying, this is not what you should be saying and all of that. And I found myself at 1 a.m. in the morning. I'm like, am I just about to argue with a stranger on the internet? I said, no, I'm not. Because I stand with what I said. And I stand with what I say. And that it is what it is. That's me. You get? It is what it is what it is. And for the people that are online, and if you cannot say these things to people, to their faces, then just stop typing.
Why are you typing?
Yeah.
We should normalize. Kama kuna shida na mtu enda umwambie.
Like,
ama mpigie si Dorsila. Mimi naona usiwahi vaa kitu fulani, juu ukivaa unanikatitia. Just say it, Paps. Mimi ukiongea hizo vitu kwa radio by the unanibo. Don't do that, because it makes the conversation short. Umeji express. No story measure.
And also the other thing is this conversation also bringing in religion. But Kenyans are funny because they will remember religion when we are speaking about LGBTQ people. They will not remember religion when they are Decembering. When females and males are sleeping with each other's partners, they're not remembering religion.
You hata wezi leta hapo religion.
Yeah. But apparently, this is the sin that is taking people to hell. And I'm just like, guys, calm down. What are we? Why the hypocrisy? To be honest, that's
it's already said that there's no sin that's bigger than the other.
So if you want to sit on that balcony of yours and think, oh my gosh, you and you and you and you're going to hell, then okay, my friend, then you are the chairman there. You are the chairman there.
Because you're spreading a lot of negativity. With no direction. Unarusha rusha. You understand?
And a lot of people, because also there's no accountability, you get. Yeah? Here in Kenya, it's not. I know of countries whereby hate speech, you can actually be sued. You can actually be arrested for writing death messages to people on the internet. Here in Kenya, haijafika to that point yet. Na tukiendelea hivi, inaonekana tutafika to that point. Cyberbullying, yes, it's a crime in this country, but our country, yeah. But ikifika hiyo point yenye Kenya unaandika online, it will cost you your freedom, because just because there's freedom of speech, it does not mean you bully someone. It does not mean you spew hate. It does not mean you bring hate towards someone.
People who are doing cyberbullying are people who have nothing to lose, people who have no lives, people who failed. So hata mimi sijuangi kwa nini tunapatiaga hii airplay out. Like these people, I think that they want to be heard because they have nothing to show themselves. Hana kazi, mali anaishi ni pabaya, so they're bitter in everything. They see you driving a big car, wewe ni Illuminati. When they see you doing this, they just have things in
and
their
also
mind.
The other thing would just be simple also. The essence of this conversation is not so that I can change someone's mind. No. If you do not want to change your mind, that is your thing. Your life. That's your struggle to carry. You get. But at the end of the day, can we have dignified conversation? Whereby I don't call you out of your name, you don't call me out of my name. You get where you do not wish death upon me, I don't wish death upon you. Like, we need to get to that level of maturity to just express our opinions and be like, this is what I think, this is what I believe, and mini kwepa, this is what I think, this is what I believe.
It is hard, but that's how it's supposed to be.
That's how it's supposed to be, to be honest.
It's hard. Yes. I know, to be honest, it's hard. Yeah, it took us almost a year. I know.
And even a lot of people will be wondering, why are we having this conversation? Why is it on the Afterthought? Honestly, freedom. Freedom of expression.
Yeah.
And mental health. You cannot separate those things.
If this is what I can say for free before maybe we clear our first link. This is the first thing I'm going to tell honestly from my heart. If someone can tell you how they feel, and then you feel very, very disturbed by someone saying the truth about how they feel, then you have the problem, not the person who told you how they feel. So if you're able to sort out the issue, understand?
Yeah.
But not actually projecting your insecurities to this person who's actually trying to tell you how
they feel. Yeah, true. Yeah. And also, let's learn to separate ourselves from how people feel. So ukikuja niambie bebe venye uliongea hapo, sikusikia poa. Ni sawa, mimi nimekubali ukusikia poa na I apologize for you not feeling.
That's the point. Yeah. People should learn to say sorry.
Yeah.
You know, people it's hard.
It's hard, yeah.
Understand? Just say, okay, I have done this, I've done a mistake, and I am sorry for doing that. It takes you only a few seconds.
Also.
You understand?
And you release yourself.
You release yourself from that burden.
Funny enough.
But when I'm saying area pigwe na nyundo kwa kichwa, like I'm not saying so like you like hey baka umenyongwa Mungu ata your Bible is Z. www.iconradio.co.ke, the place you're getting this conversation, Icon Radio KE. On YouTube, make sure we are live. Make sure you listen to us. Make sure you share this a link with a lot of people, because we're actually talking about a lot of things that could change someone's life, something that could actually help someone progress to the next level of their life. Actually, let's live realistic lives. That's how we're going on. So listen to cool, relaxing hits after this.
Big shout out to Vince on the beat, by the way.
Approach me with caution, cause on a snap, I'm bringing hearses on the scene. Tell me, who wanna do a fucking versus with a mean?
No, listen, it's clear the kind of challenge with the team. Chemistry, effervescence, I'm like potassium with the steam.
I'm perfect,
and I'm supreme.
Gaddafi,
and Mussolini.
What you got in you wembe and Nasek do a redeem.
Like Kobe above the rim, Grim Reaper, rip off your skin. Keep too clean, messy ways in the mark, I'm the marking scheme.
I'm on some classics, body bags, caskets. So grinding Yimki download 3GP porn on web trick. Kolanda nacho meshia Steflon Duku. In Manchester niggas call me Desmond Tutu.
Hey, yo, in life you only strong as the people around you. And once you get the guap, those are my fakers around you. And when it comes to rap Kenya, we bringing the sound. Woo! Yo my nigga Kali, fans are lucky they found you. Sani chache, so napiga shughuli siazi sleki. Tuma pake, pale kwa benki kondo ni cheki. Dem ni ratchet, anafama ombiza mwananzeki. Longevity perfect, mina digi mbona hauzeeki. Oh yeah, nadai pesa, so inabidi ni apply pressure. Madhena keta, sikuje nyumbani niko Nairo na kesha. Walai pressure, inafanya vijana na strap seska.
Same time bitch bwana, bitch utadhani ya shai nyesha. I'm on a high note, cause it's about the time yo. Pussy niggas get the 5 fingers like a gyno. Sub-Zero about to come and disconnect your spinal. You capping that you Richie, but we figured that you lying oh. Been out the top for a minute, that's such an easy plan. You local rapper style is outdated just like a TV stand. But why should I blame you? I blame your cheesy fans. Apologies, hope they don't cancel me like the Yeezy brand. Fuck you and your beat maker. Manager pia tomboy. Karyang de I bring paper. Bombo klata jinyonge. Content haitoshi. Ju nonsense haikosi.
Wakiona umekuwa bosi wantaka kunyuria kasa itoti. It was all a dream, but I get no sleep. In the goddamn streets, we was in too deep. Drugs, vanity, my mama prayed for me. Kasema nsifuate upepo, ni rather nikae lonely. Sijai panic, shit serious, ikai funny. The brand is elevating, we're changing the dynamics. The fans like it, open and niki apply magic. Leonardo flow, let it sink like Titanic. No cap, this is another degree. Nitolewa class 1, nikarukishwa class 3. Now I'm a rapper, kidato ali repeat. Wasn't no opportunities for niggas like me where I'm from. So tell them what's happening. You niggas is ratting it. When you Mickey Mouse, you looking for clout, na fauna chapwa. Man, I gotta flip this shit. I gotta eat this bit. Stories are kiki, easy, alhamdulillah, I'm sick kitty. She wanna roll with me, you drip me liquid. Nyako ni tagoji, otango na titi. Another iti. Bro, do you dig me, G? Magito dig ni nade, forget una dignity.
Usijaribu ni test, mimi si VCT. Isi free kanai fest, enda lipa tikiti. Drivi me titi, ya white na zish kiki. Ini mix ya PCP, koko nyati na ETC. Turn out to be all the things them niggas I thought I would never be. Living my dream in a city where people are bitter with jealousy. I overlapped the cats who started ahead of me. You all wanna be trying to be me, but now you're looking like a parody. Bought me a range and I changed perceptions. Inspired the game to a state of perfection. But even today, it amazes me how easy does it. I don't debate on Twitter, but I let them be the judges. Dilichivai tunasosi wote, hakuna nigga tunapiga buff. Kata lichangisha pesa za token, so haja gani mi kucheza rap. Vince lazima pia au moke, fame na sifa haziko enough. Somebody tell Aliko Dangote, kuna vijana wanajua kurap. Tunataka pake, nasi kidogo, what's about to kutape, brasi uongo, on pitch mini Mbappe, wanacheza loko, kata kawashe, kombini zoko,
na rap kama nyake, nimeshika bongo, kokoto shake, na pombe kidogo, mina chapa ilale, musikari kombo, mamidomo afyate, na banane kwa mgongo, so Sarah Mo dollar run it like Mo Farah never walk alone like Mo Salah shati koloni na nukia so sana nyambisha niliacha kugomba na kani vitamina load up more ama so ikifika ni story ya doba na ambio molo bei atwezi kosana
bro kama itabidi kuoshana ndo watoi wadishi ni show plana maniga kwa imta kuno so sana ni kunyongana na kugongana shika mtoo blana ni kuroll magizani utoko jaribu kuzozana jule mtamina toka ni raw drama ndo survival omba tu ho sana
I raise the clip like an action movie. Hey yo, my life is like an actual movie.
Max and Uzi's brat, push a rap to cruising. Ready or not, you think we're bringing back the Fugees. Killer.
Have you seen that girl? Seen that girl before? You can see it in her motions, yeah, she knows. Got her mind together, she can take it slow. Take it slow. If you ain't seen me lately, don't you worry, 'cause you see, I realize the secret to my worth. Whatever happens, I'll put me first. Put me first. I never seen you glow up like this before, yeah. I'm taking it back, oh hold up, let me explore, yeah. Yeah, I never seen you glow up like this before, yeah. You're taking me back, oh baby, I'd like to know, yeah. For you, I'm taking it back. Hold up, let me explore you. Yeah, I never seen you glow up like this before. Yeah, you're taking me back, yeah, baby. I'd like to know you. Oh, why won't you buy me sometime that I wouldn't need back? Oh, you know there's moments I wish I could go back and tell you that, yeah. Tell you any time to know you. Tell you I've been trying to show you how far this thing could go if we just hold space for love in a higher plane. I love you, by the way. See, we all bleed the same, hey. I never seen you glow up like this before, yeah. I'm taking it back, oh hold up, let me explore, yeah. Yeah, I never seen you glow up like this before, yeah. You're taking me back, oh baby, I'd like to know, yeah. We could be forever. Light the shines together, together. Hey now, you could be my neighbor. Only we can save us. Sister love forever, forever. Say now, put me on your level. We could be forever. Light the shines together, together. Hey now, you could be my neighbor. Only we can save us. Sister love forever, forever. Say now, put me on your level. We could be forever. Let the shines together, together.
Nikona too much on my mind. Just enough in my account. Stress enough kukuwa na vices. Mbona na try kuzi high. Mbona na try kuzi high. Too much on my mind. Stress enough in my account. Just enough kukuwa na vices. Mbona na try kuzi high. Mbona na try kuzi high, baby. Yeah. Too close to the edge. Usini push, niko too close to the edge. Mapala douche wanataka kunitest. Nataka roof ya convertible nitoe. Kichwa nje ndo hizi makuki zipoe. Miliona tu nisinyoe, nyi mnaona tu nisioe. Tenda mbali tafuta ganji kauko na mzuka isipoe. Kolaki kanko laki sisi wote tu enjoy. Nikishika kakitu tukashe, mujificha tukafe, mambo ya mziki nenda nywe. Jana jua mali ametweko kwapi wewe, kwa kupewa na kungoja wakupewa akupe. Gonna too much on my mind. Just enough in my account. No stress enough kukuwa na vices. Bona na try kuzi high. Bona na try kuzi high. Too much on my mind. Stress enough in my account. Just enough kukuwa na vices. Bona na try kuzi high. Bona na try kuzi hide. Eka kio kitaka kuteka pretender. Unafuata check sana, cheki na kuchenga. Unageuza neck sana, wife anapoeka. Unapanda stage na unawoga inakuhepa. Unaficha ndom ndani ya socks unatekwa. Unapata form unajipox bila pressure. Unaenda bash unaona moli zina mezwa. Unaona nyashu unajua quality na tesa, yeah. Tessa, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Too close to the edge, too close to the edge. Usini push, niko too close to the edge. Mapala douche wanataka kunitest. Nataka roof ya convertible nitoe. Kichwa nje ndo hizi makuki zipoe. Miliona tu nisinyoe, nyi mnaona tu nisioe. Nenda mbali tafuta ganji kauko na mzuka isipoe. Kolaki kanko laki sisi wote tu enjoy. Gonna too much on my mind. Just enough in my account. Stress enough kukuwa na vices. Mbona na try kuzi high. Mbona na try kuzi high. Too much on my mind. Stress enough in my account. Just enough kukuwa na vices. Mbona na try kuzi hide. Mbona na try kuzi hide, baby.
Yeah, and we are back. Where is tunaitaga evening drive? Wani nimechoka evening drive. Umetoka job. Dorsila anapenda kusema city hopper. Sijui mwaka ni city hopper. Dorsila, ama what are you saying?
My friend, hii mwaka ni double M.
Pana double M. The kind of marketing you've done for these people, I hope they're paying you. What? Yeah. So I have a question for you, Dorsila.
Yes,
also, for those who are listening first, welcome to Icon Radio. This is the Afterthought. And we've actually been just speaking about LGBTQ. And actually, kama unataka kupata hii conversation, kama maybe umeihata, you can always get it online. Iko tu hapo inakungoja, understand? So usihate, utasikia tumeongea nini kuhusu Chiloba, what we think, what we feel about the comments, what we feel about what people are saying, and actually get to understand and learn some things kuhusu whatever we've been actually speaking. So www.iconradio.co.ke is a place you're getting this conversation. Icon Radio KE, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Please comment, please watch, please share the link with your friends. Please help a friend to actually help a friend who's going through something that is actually messing up their mental
Do you know
health.
why I like that also? Because the thing is, people imagine that these things that happen to people on the internet will never happen to them.
You can repeat that again because people think it's a joke.
Let me tell you, you are not special.
That's,
and the day that I learned that changed my life.
Ukiona wewe ndio ule msee.
I learned, yani, ukikaa chini kwa hiyo nyumba yako kule huko. Jiambie tu, me as Dorsila, I am not special. Whatever negativity, whatever anything bad is happening to someone out there, it can happen to me.
Any day, anytime.
Any day, anytime.
It will not be planned, it'll just come and you'll need people to actually
because you know what? This is the world that we live in. So if that happened to you, if that happened to someone you knew, your sister, your brother, if that happened to your mom, if that happened to your father, it just, you know, like, what type of energy would you want?
Labda yako itakuja itakuwa wasi.
What type of energy would you want? Stop imagining that you're so special. Even on social media, I am the one, I am it.
I'm the one.
My friend, the universe will humble you.
And please, the internet does not forget. People, I want to tell you guys something. The internet does not forget. Please stop posting things that will come to haunt you later on.
Speaking of things that will come to haunt us, uliona hiyo maneno ya Georgina online.
Nilitaka wewe mwenyewe uilete bila mimi kuisema. Hiyo udaku nilikuwa nangoja tu ikuje.
It's a female issue, my goodness. Let me tell you, for me, the angle I looked at it is, honestly, there are even websites where you can find naked people. So why are we so shocked? You know, like they're free like it's not even like you pay. Free websites where you just click and you view.
Una watch too.
We don't imagine.
Enjoy yourself.
And you enjoy, like, that's the only thing I was wondering. I was like, there's actually free. So when it comes to Georgina, we're like, hey, Baha should not have married Ali. Hey, Baha is a simp. Hey, Kibe even said it. Hey, even I'm just like, guys, calm down.
Let's give Kife a round of applause. Actually, he manifested. He was manifesting like this thing. It a crash.
But
crash. But he saw it. Like these are two kids who are trying to do something, and it's not gonna work.
But let me tell you, okay,
Baha mekaliwa.
I hear. It's none of our business because it's not our marriage, by the way. It is not ours to figure out. But the thing I would say is this. When you're growing up, there are things you do, you know, just because you have a phone. And a lot of us grew up with phones, and a lot of us are growing up with phones. You get? And we are curious about our sexuality. We are curious about ourselves. We are curious about the opposite sex. Cindy, there are things that young people will do that will end up causing harm to them later on. Isn't it vitu labda utafanya ukiwa 18, ukiwa 20, ukiwa 17, ukiwa 23, you know, like you're still maturing and you're still growing. Maybe because labda someone did not advise you, or labda uchalia alikwambia tu I love you na
Georgina alichoma.
Alichoma for real, lakini
unatuakaje tu uchi.
Lakini wacha alikwambia, wewe unajuaje kama mimi sina video ya kutuaka hapa na ni venye tu haijatolewa kwa Twitter leo.
Sasa wewe ndio kwa mjanja huko kuweka kwa.
Alafu ikuje ni hot when I'm 39 years old and I'm vying to be president.
Like Dorsila is that working.
Yeah. And I sent it to my boo when I was 23.
Your boo wanted to see things.
You know. And my boo violated me and posted that thing online. And that is what happened to Georgina. Someone violated her privacy.
But I think it's also age. The person who sent out that video was bitter, because I remember Hata mimi in my early, I can't say I'm clean when it comes to this. You understand? Pia mimi nikiwa age, unaona huku nikiwa age ya chini huku chini. Nilikuwa na kadema hapo, tukakuwa na affair, alikuwa ananitumia mavitu skuli, alikuwa na boy mwingine, nikasema na kuexpose. But again, I was just hurt.
The question is this, like,
haikukusaidia na kitu yoyote.
And also the other thing about sexuality is everyone has a vagina and everyone has breasts. So the internet can calm down. And this thing of going back and bullying someone and saying negative things. Imagine wewe ndo uko hapo unasoma hizi vitu, negative comments about your body, about how you're perceived and all of that. How does that affect you mentally as a person? You know, you can imagine the kind of week that Georgina and Bahati had. It must have been very frustrating.
Mimi, I love how Baha has handled this situation.
Like a grown man.
Sahi mimi, I trust him 100% that anaweza handle marriage. Because the first thing, I think the first thing he told himself, this is not the first thing happening in the internet, on the internet. Understand? Niliona cream de la cream, kitu ilifanyika, nimeona watu wengine imekuja kwa. It's the past.
And the whole website, you know, we are ignoring the website, guys.
Okay.
Like the websites are all there. Like people are naked
like,
on
what
those
Dorsila is trying to say is that wachana na
like,
story ya Georgina and then mtafute tu kwa website muone vitiri zingine.
Yes, go make time with yourself, one. Yes. Number two, also focus on other things that are important in your life.
Yes. Lock your bedroom and do your things on your own.
Focus in your life, make money. 2023, buy a car, you know, that Lamborghini, scratch that. Create a vision board or something. Stop talking on the. It's so 2006 when people were, oh my god, it's on the internet.
Lakini hata siku hizi hata ukienda swimming pool watu tu wamejaa na bikinis, wengine hata vitu tu ziko nje na hawajui ziko nje na sioni wakitrend. It is just normal.
No, it's because she's someone in the limelight. Yes. And then there's this idea of if you're in the limelight, then also you're not a sexual being. You're not allowed to make mistakes. As a young person, you make mistakes.
Do you know how many people make mistakes here? Tofauti tu ni hawajulikani. People make a lot of mistakes.
And some mistakes cost you. But also, plot twist, some people are saying that video was allegedly, you know, they're the ones who leaked the video themselves. So my question also would be, how far can people go, or how far do people go when it comes to clickbait?
But I don't think they can leak that video themselves. I don't think so, because when you're in the limelight, you're trying to grow positively. You understand? And sometimes when people see you guys grow fast, they want to bring you guys down.
Okay.
Understand?
So
people do not know. What people don't understand is that it does not matter what publicity you give them. Right now, they've been given airplay mbaya. They've been given airplay mbaya.
Even me, I never used to really focus on them, but right now I know. I know what Georgina is pushing. I know, but you see, like in this digital age, people do anything to just remain at the top of the trending list.
But this thing was bad. The time a video of Jalang was leaked. Understand?
So me
akapeleka mwanamke mbaya mpaka tukasema we.
Lakini wacheni tu niseme tu kitu moja. In this day and age, venye tunaenda, anyone's video can be leaked, and you want people to be kinder to you when someone infringes on your privacy like that. You want people to be kind to you. You want people to respect your privacy. You want people not to share and overshare that video. You want people to hold space for you. You know, at the end of the day, we can be kind. I don't know why people feel like we cannot be kind people. And a lot of people watasema, the truth is not hate comments. It's not hate speech. But I'm like, you can lace your truth in a way that makes sense. Yeah? But calling her, you know, some really derogative terms on the internet.
Can I say something that people don't know? When I was starting Paps Creative, Georgina was one of the first models.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Understand? And she was a very hard.
Bring her on the show and she can talk to us more about cyberbullying and all of that.
I'll try reach to her. But she left in a very mysterious way. I think she was so heartbroken by something. I think a boyfriend alimwat break alimwambia sijui you don't have sijui ass, you don't have what, sijui you don't have nyash.
Seriously?
And then she got very, very depressed. I'm even shocked. I'm even shocked that in the same body, I think that's one of the reasons as to why she thought that if I dance for a man like this, maybe I yawn physically at any.
But then again, also, Paps, maybe I can bring something to you.
Yeah.
Just in terms of a different thought. Yeah. What if me, Dorsila, I stand in front of a camera and I take a nude video of myself. Yeah. As I'm taking a nude video of myself, I send it to my lover at the time. You get. Not because I'm in a place of I don't feel beautiful or whatever. It's because I'm having an intimate moment with my partner. You get. And then we break up, and then this partner does what? Decides to
leak video.
Exactly. You get. So at the end of the day, and at the end of the day, the conversation should not even be about Georgina. It should be about this guy who leaked something personal and very intimate about this person.
And this guy is even getting traction because he post kwa nini yake.
And this is it's a crime. It's actually a crime in this country.
By the sindio? Mbona mtu hajashikwa? Now we know who the person is.
Anafaa ashikwe because you're infringing someone's privacy and posting it online and all of that. I mean,
and then we let me read one comment. There's this lady called Val, and I say, you guys should talk about lifestyle. In terms of current Gen Zs, you know that everyone wants to show off and be on top. I'm sure you understand the lengths people go to have cash flow income into their teens. Like sex is like going to a bus stop and getting a mat to town. Meaningless as long as there's money at the end of it.
Let me tell you, you can never sacrifice your soul forever.
Why?
Kuna mali itafika, utaweka full stop. Because a lot of the things, using your body as currency, and this is happening for both men and women. You're exchanging sex for money.
Inafanyika sana.
And
I know a lot of people who do that.
Let me give you a weird story. Lily end up in some group on WhatsApp. Funny group. You get. And ladies are there talking about how for them it's you go, you meet a guy. He tells you, I want to spend 15,000. Come, this is what I want you to do for me and all of that. And this is a lifestyle, that people have chosen to maintain their lifestyles. They've chosen to do that so that they can afford the trips to Diani, afford the trips to wherever. You get, yeah? But at the end of the day, it does not honor the person that you are. All of this is prop. Everything that is on this planet. Let me tell you, it's prop.
I was waiting for you to tell me something.
Show in a movie. Sindio?
Yeah.
Behind that creative. Yes. You're in a movie. Everything that is in that movie is a prop to bring out the life of the movie. We are spiritual beings. We are placed on this earth. Everything that we see is a prop. The money is a prop. Our spirits are going through a test. You get? So there are things that honor your spirit and your soul, and there are things that take away energy and take away positivity out of you. So when you engage in such a situation with a person, it does not bring in back love into your life. It does not bring in back peace. It does not bring in back health.
Yeah.
It brings in the negativity. You're telling this person, for me, for my soul, for my spirit, it costs 5,000 bob. It costs 15,000 bob. It costs 20,000 bob. And honestly, money is also a prop.
True.
Yeah. So it's just a prop. So at the end of the day, your spirit is not going through any type of transformation when you engage yourself in those situations. So with women and even men who are doing that work, fine, you can justify yourself and say you need to survive. Sindio, you need to survive and you need to eat. And even there are people who are actively like in that work and they're doing the sex work and the prostitution. But just the same way as working in here, let's say sisi tuko hapa, there's a price that you have to pay. Everything that you do has a consequence. The question is the price, is it worth the price? That's just the question.
But I think whatever Val is trying to say is It's now normal.
People have normalized it.
Normalize it like, yo, you want me to come over? How much do you have? Like, mi sitoki kwangu tu, unanilipia kabu kuna do ngapi?
But you see, the question is this. If you're going there, you're going to benefit. Him is hosting you, he's going to benefit. Then you see, it's a fair exchange.
Hey, wait, yo, people tell me, is this a fair exchange?
Me, I feel like that's a fair exchange. Because no one, people, when they're speaking about this topic, they like talking about... No, like, for example, me, I don't have a problem with two people, conscious people who have consented to have that type of a relationship. Okay. Sindio, both of them have consented. But Mimi, ukiniambia come over, I like you and I feel your vibe and I feel like, yes, I don't mind engaging with you in that way. And then utumie 20 Gs. Nitakutumia 20,000 yako nikwambie, okay, kwani wewe una feel...
Kanairo. Please tell us where you are, where you're talking, where you're speaking from.
The type of person that I am. Nitakurudishia 20,000 na nikwambie.
Mimi next time unatumia pesa. Wewe niambie tu Paps. Umse amenitumia 20k na mimi sitaki na mimi si huo. Chukua hii labda wewe ndio ho.
Utaenda huko. But let me tell you, mimi nitakwambia tu. Why my first question would be, why in that moment would you send me that 20,000 in that moment? Number one. Number two, you giving me and gifting me 20,000, gift it to me on a totally different day. I was just walking around, and if you want to gift me that 20 Gs, fine. But if you're gifting it to me at we are done, take 20 Gs, I'd be like, hey bro, even me, I enjoyed myself. Keep your 20,000. Keep your 20,000. For me, that's a fair exchange. And that is the type of woman I want to become. I am working myself with.
Vala nasema, I'll give you an example. There's this girl that I know, literally, she will even slice off your man because you seem to be having better than what she has. And yeah, she did get it all, but she's literally depressed. Understand? No one cares, because it's just physical contact. Money runs the world as long as I get what I need or want. So, and I say, honestly, let's say this is in regards to what she said. It's fair exchange. This is her responding to you. Yeah. Honestly, let's say this in regards to what she said. This is fair exchange and initiation by two people. Mtu anakutake out for lunch, he expects you to give something in return.
What is that? That's nonsense.
Yeah, babes going on to a regular date isn't the same anymore. Ukienda either go cover or split your bill. Sindio?
That's the energy people are giving women out here.
Anasema ukienda ndo kuwe safe ndo upate ile respect unataka, tuende basi to split bill. Ndio usianza kuniambia hapa tuende.
But let me tell you, honey, the type of man who takes you out on a date and tells you to split a bill, honey, is not your man. I'm just saying. That's not your man. That's somebody else's man.
hey, Val, I think you're too kind-hearted. But
I like what she's saying. Yeah. Yep. Because also the thing about these dating situations is, and just the depression and the comparison of what this household has. You're two babes, Cindy. You're in a group of friends. We are kona moja. The dynamics of friendships.
Yeah, true.
Mabeshte yangu moja ameolewa, mwingine hajaolewa, mwingine ako in a situationship, mwingine ako na mubaba. Like the different dynamics of it. And then you see your friend, she's in a loving relationship, she's being provided for, she's thriving, and you're like, I will thrive no matter what.
Minda pita na umse.
Either upite na
uko tu hivi unangoja eye contact ya umse. Niangalie uone.
You will thrive no matter what.
Because cleavage.
Because when we started, what did we say? I think we had a conversation with you off air, and we talked about faith and money.
Yeah, true.
And money being your servant or your leader.
Your leader, yeah.
And a lot of people, we have gotten to a place where we're so desensitized to the props in our lives.
Yeah, so
you want a TV
more
leading than you want your soul.
Yes.
You want a fridge more than you want your soul. You want an iPhone more than you need your soul. You need, your mental health is literally depleting every single day because you're prioritizing money is your leader and not the servant in your life. Anyway, wacha tusome hapa ni comment. Both women and men fear marriage now because you know you're busy cooking for him as he or she is chilling on the couch chatting with the love of their life. Mi nakwambia, like, let me tell you. You're cooking when they're chilling with the love of their lives.
Wewe unapika huko mbaya. Na msee anachat na love of his life.
Sasa mnataka nianze kufikiria maisha yangu, my friends.
Let me tell you one thing. This thing is really
it's really
serious.
Let me share with you something that I read also, Paps, about this topic especially. There are two things that happened. Actually, not two things. There are three things that I learned. There's the culture and the atmosphere that we create. In our culture right now, we've created a culture of infidelity. Sindio? Yeah. Deep in our hearts, every woman, you know, us women, we believe there's no man who can be faithful. Iyo ni culture to create. Home, kule umetoka. Labda your father or your mother was not faithful. Kuna iyo, pia to create. So you in your personal life, what do you end up believing? That is what you end up believing.
Because that's how you've been brought up.
Because that is what is in the culture. That is how you've been brought up. And now, as a personal value, that is what you have accepted. So because you have accepted all these things from the cultural level to the family level, home level, to the third level of your own personal person, you as a person. And most people never go back and sit down and ask themselves, what do I believe about a relationship? What do I believe about? So, una end up your standard of a relationship is you believe you'll be cheated on as they're talking with the love of their lives on their phone. You believe that in order for you you know, like those things you
Val pole nani alikufanyia
and what she has shared is a cultural belief that is already being enforced in our culture as Kenyans.
I understand.
Yeah. And even on a personal level, labda hiyo ndio value yako yenye umeweka. But mimi as Dorsila, mimi nikikaa chini nijiulize, what are my personal values? What do I believe in? What do I choose to believe in?
Val says, hey, I like her. Yes, please.
Val, I like you too. Thank you for sharing.
I liked her first. Unaingilia relationship yetu na sipo. Wewe ndio unaharibia watu relationship.
But the thing is this, Mimi, the thing about it, when I think about any relationship, when I think about any connection, any situationship, I will ask myself, is it taking away energy from me as a person, from my body, from my... Being in a relationship where someone is calling you names, telling you you're not good enough, cheating on you, like doing the most, it is depleting your energy. And do you know where you feel it? You feel it in your body because your body never forgets.
Let me wacha nikuwe mtu mbaya leo kwa hii conversation.
Hebu sema nikasirishe ni.
Sai, wacha nikasirishe kidogo. Do you know that? Sometimes I think the lack of knowledge for women ile ya kitambo was used to save a lot of marriages. Because right now women have been nini za wanawake zimefunguliwa. You understand? Macho. Kitambo a man could leave you, wash, fanya kana watoto yako mahali kwa bar na wanawake wangapi? Watatu waine mahali. Amalize arudi nyumbani. Ameshakula nyama huko, alikuambia chakula yako kuna chumvi nyingi na urudishe kwa jikoni na kuambia vile umemkasirisha sana kwa kupika chakula hivyo na alale na kesho. And these people, because these ladies were not empowered, they never used to know what's going on. So unapata watoto wa mama vile wameona this lady being treated by the husband, they think as a woman you're just supposed to sit behind and be abused. And ukiambiwa chakula kuna chumvi mingi unarudisha kwa jikoni haraka unapika ingine sai na you understand. So that's the kind of generation that we're gonna raise. So when ladies started going to school and started being empowered, I know right now people have the power to just say no, I don't want to continue with this, but they should not bring this energy of saying that all men are like that. Now women are taking it to the next level because now the ladies who are educated are misleading the ones who don't have enough information. You understand? So kila mtu ni mbaya. Kuna watu wabaya sana.
But you see also,
uwesema tustaki.
I feel like the problem really might not be the ladies who are educated, is a society that evolved, and notions that evolved, and the men that refuse to evolve with the notions, and the evolution that has just happened on women. You get? Yeah. At the end of the day, every interaction and every relationship has its pros and cons. There are things, mi unaweza nipata, I'm happily married to my husband and tuko co-wives, tuko watatu hapo ndani.
Na ngoja sana kupata hiyo siku. Ndakuwa hapo.
Naweza nipata lakini siko bado.
Kuambia good job.
Juu mimi najua mimi yangu ni kufua, yake ni kupika, huo mwingine anajua nini anafanya kwa relationship. You see, but you see hapa ni consenting adults. Consenting.
But you know we have people who have 3 wives and
and they're living
really
happily and they love each other.
They love each other. Like
and they welcome one another into the relationship.
You see?
But this cultural thing we've created about deception, this thing about deceiving someone in a relationship is the way to go. You know, because fine, you might think you're a monogamous man and realize you're a polygamous man. Then be open about it and speak on it. Say, you know what? I am not a monogamous man. Let that woman know. So that even her, she can assess. But what
the woman will not stay.
Let's be honest with who we are. This is the place to talk.
Yes,
you know,
lakini hapo kwa wanaume kusema ukweli.
No, me I feel like if you come and tell me, by the way, this is the type of relationship I want, I would allow you to express yourself.
Mimi nitaambia wanaume because these women have a lot of faith in us and they love us so much. Just keep it away from her because you utavunja mtu vibaya.
But deception, me I feel like deception is way more painful. Yeah? Because you
Can you imagine umezalia mtu watoto 5 alafu realize tu hayuko kwa hiyo relationship?
No, but also the thing is this, you will still realize that he's not there in a deceitful type of manner, which will hurt more.
Let me tell you one thing. These people are very good. They're very
strategic.
Listen, wow. Let me tell you, because I have an uncle who has 4 wives. You understand? This uncle is uncle sini kama unasikiza. This uncle is very, very straightforward. Understand? Yeye akona ngapi? 1. But he still goes out. I've not mentioned names. Jakuseti. He still goes out. But akikuchukulia nafanya makosa. By flowers. Hiyo siku mtaka paka saa 8 ya usiku amjalala. He just wants to spend time with you. He knows what he's done. He'll come like, my wife, na he's kata pana usivai. Kesho we need to go and get you a dress. Na hizi makucha. I tell your mother every day, hizi makucha. Let me tell you one thing. This man, hiyo wiki yote, that woman will be showered with love, atapelekwa salon, atapelekwa massage. Like this, him saying, I'm sorry, you know I messed up. But now I'm not telling her. But I know that nimekosea one of these this is the person I love, nimekosea, and I'm not going to do this again. That's what he does.
Then again also, I get that. And there are people who are like that. And there are people who prefer to be deceitful like that. And also, there's these homes that have built, they're literally, that other woman out there is helping that marriage to stand. You know?
Yes, a lot.
You get, there's so many. And I learned that also from a psychologist. She's called Esther Perel. And she talks about infidelity. She has a whole book about it. Yes. And she
is
shares,
she married?
Yes, she's very married. And
that's nice.
She shares what it is and how we can look at it from a different lens.
I need to read this book because
you definitely should. I think
I know sometimes men cheat to support their to make their relationship stand. Unapata saa zingine you have a toxic woman in the house, you understand? And for the sake of the kids, for the sake of your mental health and your mental space, na utaki watoto wako walelewe na mtu mwingine yule si mama yao. Sometimes you just have to like, okay, let me take in this this negative energy, but 2 hours of my day, I'm going to go somewhere, I'm going to talk with someone, I'm going to release it, and I'm going to come back like nothing happened and listen to you ranting until you're like, okay.
So it brings out the bit that, okay, fine, if someone is has
sometimes therapeutic to other people,
cheating on you. She says in her book that when someone does that, a man or a woman, they are exploring a part of themselves that is new, or a part of themselves that they don't know about yet. Yeah. And most of the time, a lot of people carry it as, what's wrong with me? Am I not enough? And most of the time, you find that it has nothing to do with this other person. So
ni mtu alikuja tu akadecide mimi nitaenda kujiexplore.
Atafanya mambo yake.
Dorsila waine mahali.
My God.
Na nijue.
But let's bring this conversation back in, because I want us to talk about 3 things. I'm gonna share 3 things. He's gonna share 3 things, and I want you to think about 3 things that you're going to do to work on your mental space this year. You know, and my 3 things, as we're also almost wrapping up the show today. My 3 things. I'm going to keep the promises that I have made to myself.
Okay, that's one.
Yeah, that's one. I promise myself I'm going to do something, I do it. I'm going to be that type of person. Yeah. Number 2, I am going to not be rushed. You will not rush me anywhere.
Wewe kama uko na issues zako wewe kimbia.
Yes, wewe kimbia tu. Lakini your own personal emergencies are your own personal emergencies. Yes. So I will not be rushed, and I will also not rush myself, in the sense that I will organize my life. I will be on top of my stuff. I don't need to be in 2 places at the same time.
Trying to figure things that you don't understand.
Exactly. Si ati sahi nafaa kuwa hapa radio alafu nafaa kuwa pale pia at the same time. No. It means I will plan accordingly so that I am where I need to be, in the time that I need to be. Number 3, I will say a lot of no's. Yeah. I will say no if it's not adding up to me, if I don't have the time for it, I will just prioritize a lot of no's. So those are my 3 things that I will be doing this year, to just prioritize my mental health and my mental space. That is something I learned over the holiday season, because I realized, imagine things can stop.
Hivyo tu.
Silio? Si hata makampuni walifunga. Yeah, whatever was an emergency, silisha tu hivyo. Apparently inaishaga when it's holiday time.
Yeah.
So hata mimi ukikuja ati it needs to be done by 2 p.m. na umeniambia 1 p.m. I'm like, sis, but I will do it, but
at my own pace.
I will not get blood pressure.
Because you want it done.
Exactly.
If you want to do it faster, I can do it yourself.
I can do it faster, but at the end of the day, just being organized, and also, even for me, personal accountability, just being the type of person who does the things that they say they're going to do. So I'm not taking accountability away from myself, but I am also just saying I will have, because do you know what happens when I'm rushed? I become anxious. And when I'm anxious, you know me. I sit here, I go sit there, I can't do anything.
Nazunguka tu.
Yeah. Ama nitaanza kugoogle vitu hapa for 6 hours.
Just trying to figure out what's happening.
Exactly. So no. So but what will you do?
But I hear you. Yesterday I slept. Actually, today I slept at 2 a.m. in the morning, 2:35 to be precise, because I said I'm going to put a lot of discipline in my life. So discipline comes number 1.
I love that.
You understand? So discipline comes number 1. Number 2, I was doing a plan for the whole year. I was just making a plan for the whole year. And then number 3, I promised myself that I'll execute. I'll not just write things down that I will not do. You understand? So I put deadlines in everything. If it does not happen by that time, it is done and dusted. We're going to do it next year. It's not happening. Let's do something else. That's what I'm going to do. Understand? So
I love that.
That's my plan for this year.
And my parting shot for our listeners today, mine is just to say, put faith. Have whatever you have faith in has a better outcome than anything that is led with fear. That's all I'm gonna say. So put faith at the forefront, not fear. Don't be scared. Whatever happened last year, whatever happened in the past, that's in the past. We will never get the past again. We only have now, right now, where I'm here with Paps. This is all I have right now. After the future, Sina.
So you work on this.
I just have this. So focus on that. You'll be at a better mental space if you live your life like that.
Yeah, for me, my parting shot is, I tell people like this. It's like my tagline. Everyone wants to be a beast until it's time to put in the work, put in the effort, and actually executing. You understand? Please be in love with the process as much as you're in love with the prize. You understand? So the process is difficult. The process is hard. The process is tiresome. Sometimes you lose. Sometimes you gain. Sometimes it is not even clear that you're going to even enter the process. But be in love with the process as much as you're in love with the prize. This is MC Paps.
Miss Dorsila Ogola here. Let's meet here every Tuesday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. and let's talk about it. Because you know we keep it real. We will tell you the truth. You know, but you know what? We know, but we also don't know.
That's why it's called the Afterthought.
Yeah.
www.iconradio.co.ke is the place you get this conversation. Kama umehata conversation. Big up every single person who's actually taking the time to just text in. Akina Jojo, Akina Val, Akina Brasket, putting the request. Akina Bob, big up every single person. Kama sija kutaja pole. But I know every single person who's listened to this conversation amechukua kitu ina imemsaidia pahali. So this is the Afterthought. Until next week, put on your seatbelt, listen to cool, relaxing hits as we wait for next week.
Girl, I think you look so good in my oversized t-shirt. Is it pink or is it blue? Ukitaka we t-shirt. All your life misunderstood. Hiyo yote ni maisha. Now they wishing they were you, dancing in my t-shirt. Move your body in my oversized 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 t-shirt.
Move your body, get closer. Morning baby looking sexy in my boxer. Sijana siku tulikesha. Iso beshi na room ya mwenye taosha. Bounce that bam 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 bam. Have you ever danced with a dancer? Don't worry, any chance umepata. Bust down, don't stop, show off. Washa kimoja basi baby ndo to take off.
Don't take it off, I like how you moving, showing me that body. Say what you want, I'll give it to you, yeah. You don't feel like talking. Ooh, you take it down low, bring that back, I wanna see some more, yeah. You know you look so fine, so fine. I wanna see you when you whine. Move your body in my oversized t-shirt. Move your body in my oversized t-shirt. Move your body in my oversized t-shirt. Move your body in my oversized t-shirt.
I like it how you move this ass inside my Gucci shirt. Mina jua ukidunga utarudisha. Baby girl you moving fast, ni movie. Nguo zako ziko kete ulisha moving. Na mimi sijui ushakuwa rumi. Unakuwa ngaro juu. French kisses, I'm only telling you bonjour.
I like the way you move too fast. Come baby come, we can take it slower. If you like it, don't make it fast. If I don't, baby come, I don't want this over. Your body on me, come baby come, show me how you play. We can go down like till today. You don't wanna leave, baby, that's okay. Like
ready or not, here we go. Baby please don't you leave me. Tell me you're not, tell me you go. I don't wanna live like this, no.
Move your body